Hey everybody, welcome in. I'm Jess. It's Wednesday, and today I'm going to be playing a cool little narrative adventure game called Cartaventura. It's a series from Cosmos Games, and today I'm going to be doing the Lhasa adventure, going through the historical journey of Alexandra David-Neel. So if you all want to help me out today, that would be super fantastic. I'm also going to be doing the last round of quarantine haircuts to decide who is going to be VIP this month, because I unfortunately can no longer send care packages for at least for a little while. I'm trying to save up some funds. So some of these are decided to like keep going with the tournament games, but I also want to make sure that it's feasible enough for me to do so. Yeah. No, it's Lhasa. Hello, Soften Your Razor. Welcome in. Yeah. So join me with doing that at the end, towards the end of the stream here. If you want to participate in that tournament game, you can get your player sheets ready there, but that's going to be in the latter part of the stream. So yeah, how is everyone doing today? I woke up to some winter mix outside. And if for those of you that don't know what that means, it's a combination of snow and rain and slush that like falls from the sky. Sometimes it sticks on the ground and sometimes it just melts away. So right now it's just been melting away, but it's kind of cold and not super pleasant to go outside at the moment with all this different types of precipitation happening around. So yeah, let me know how you all are doing today, how everything's sounding, because I'm just flying by my onesie. Again, this week is me flying by my onesie, and so I need all the support I can get. Oh, that's my favorite weather. Not, yeah. Damn. Too funny. Too funny. Thank you, James, for the AV check. I appreciate that. So yeah, friends, this game, from what I've seen on the box and when I pulled out the cards, what I've seen is that it's basically kind of like an unlock adventure where everything is put in a certain orientation in the stack. So they don't recommend you shuffling or anything. They just say, you know, draw the top card off the deck and continue on with your adventure. So I'm assuming that means you can reset everything and play it again, because there's probably different pathways you can take throughout the adventure. But I thought this would be kind of cool just to see how it plays and see if you all can kind of help me out with things. Yeah. The resetting is a little tricky. Okay. Thank you, Tan, for letting me know. All right. So here we go. My phone couldn't connect. Weird. Well, we've got wintry mix up here in Oregon, Panda, so it's not pleasant to go outside. I will just say. So, okay, friends, so we've got our stack here of cards. And they say do not shuffle or anything, so I'm going to leave these off. And then they give this nice little storybook for us to read through the historical background about this game and who Alexandra David-Neel was. So I'm going to do a little reading for you to kind of set the scene, set the tone for everybody today as we continue on through the story here. Yes, that's what I'm going to do today, Panda. That's what I'm going to do today. All right, so here we go. Background behind Alexandra David-Neel. In the early 20th century, Alexandra David-Neel spent 25 years of her life in Asia, becoming the first European woman to go to the forbidden city of Lhasa in Tibet. And I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, so I apologize for those that know the proper pronunciation. An intrepid explorer, she relished every danger, refusing to submit to any physically or socially imposed limitations. She was also a woman of letters and produced a considerable body of literary work. Born near Paris, she died in Digne-les-Bains in 1969 at the age of 100. bequeathing the town the greater part of her worldly goods, property, archives, collections, and literary rights. Hey, Phantom, welcome in. A woman who adopted various pseudonyms at the beginning of her career, she eventually chose Alexandra David-Neel, no accent, as her pen name, a name that is now inseparable from Tibetan exploration. Embarking on her legendary voyage at 43, the trip, originally meant to take only 18 months, would last 14 years. This pilgrimage, which started in Ceylon, Sri Lanka, was punctuated with many notable meetings, including the 13th Dalai Lama, with whom she had an audience with in 1912, and Saidkyong Tuluk Gamal, the Maharaj of Sikkim's son, who became her devoted friend and introduced her to a young boy named Afur Yongden, who would become her traveling companion and adopted son. Accompanied by Yongden, Alexandra traveled all over Asia in search of the origins of Buddhism. As the war had just begun in Europe, she passed the winter in study and meditation at the monastery at Lhasa, which she was initiated into yogic and meditative practices of Tibetan Buddhism. The instruction by the Gomchen, a non-monastic practice of yoga, she learned skills that included the technique of Tumo, which allowed her to warm herself without fire when surrounded by snow. She oversaw the construction of a retreat that she sheltered in Dichen Ashram. After 2 years in this retreat, Alexandra crossed the Tibetan border without authorizations towards Shingaze, which the Panchen Lama lives. This also resulted in her expulsion from Sikkim in 1916. She continued her voyage towards Japan and Korea before reaching the monastery of Kumbum, where she stayed for nearly 2.5 years. Because of her next objective, Lhasa, the capital of Tibet, was forbidden to foreigners, she stayed for a long time at Jakundo, copying the geological survey maps of the Tibetan zone. Attempting her first departure towards Lhasa after several setbacks, Alexandra discarded any baggage that could identify her and her Western origins. In the middle of winter, she and Yongden disguised themselves as Adjopins, which in these times were known as pilgrim beggars, and separated themselves from the group. Throwing themselves into a 2,000-kilometer march that lasted several months, they moved at night, hid by day to avoid discovery, a strategy that which sometimes put them at the mercy of bandits. Alexandra, who knew the local superstitions well, negotiated these dangers with consummate art, casting out spells and playing the matriarchal enchantress. When her choice of character did not work, she sure made to carry something she could use to defend herself, her revolver. Traveling as pilgrims, they begged for food and shelter along their way, an incredible journey to both the heart of Lhasa, place of gods, one of the highest cities in the world, and also into enchanting rural culture, which previous journeys had not allowed them to see. This epic voyage inspired My Journey to Lhasa, her best-selling book. So there you go, friends. Just a little background about Alexandra David-Neel. So let's get into this story. I saw some people were chatting with everybody in the chat. So thank you so much for doing that. Welcome in. Yes, we do hope Abby is well, that you all have safe travels. Appreciate that. Such kindness in the chat. I always love it. So here we go, friends. I'm going to learn this game as we go because they tell you not to do anything. There's no other rules in the cards here. They just say what everything is. So here we go. First card, it says, Cartaventura is a narrative game that lets you experience interactive adventures. Discover the 5 unique endings by playing again and choosing a different path. Do not mix up the cards, then turn this card over. All right. And then here we go. Some instructions. You have just drawn your first urgent card, which has this little lightning bolt. You should read it and resolve it completely. There's no need to take notes for your adventure or look for hidden elements in the cards. You will follow the instructions and let yourself be guided. After you've made the below choice, turn this card over and place it on top of the deck so that the next cards remain hidden. Okay? So read the rules of the game, draw card 2, or begin your adventure if you're familiar with the rules and draw card 3. Well, I am not familiar with the game, so I'm going to draw card 2. All right, and it says put this on top here. You have just drawn your first objective card, which has this little hand symbol. It says place it in front of one of the players. Objects can be used throughout the game. Be careful, these cards are double-sided. On the front of the card is a number in a colored circle, and on the back it is in a black square. Never turn the card over unless the game tells you to. Note, when you draw an urgent lightning bolt card, you must resolve what it asks you to completely and right away before moving on, unless you have been instructed to discard a card and leave it in the place on its table. Clarification, if you need to replace a card, discard it and put the new one in its place. Okay, so I'm not turning this over because it doesn't tell me to. So I'm going to do this. And now we're going to begin our adventure. All right, so here we go, friends. I'll place this in front of me to know here's some rules. And here we go. Little story. Okay. Verdun, France, spring of 1916. You're a French war correspondent, and you have just witnessed the atrocities of a war which remain etched in your memory. Thousands of men have fallen under shell bombardment, buried in the filthy trenches. It's here, deep in the shadows, that you discover a book that fills your head with light. Its author, Alexandra David-Neel, speaks of an Eastern philosophy that leads you to wisdom and serenity. On your return from the front, you convince your editor to send you to write about this extraordinary woman and about the farthest regions of the world. You begin to follow in her footsteps, secretly hoping that the journey will guide you towards inner peace. And perhaps, upon reaching the doors of Lhasa, the Forbidden City, you will eventually chase away the demons that haunt you in the violent nightmares that you have every night. Hi, Anne. Thank you for the work lurk, my dear. We're just going through this narrative adventure. So, here is your nightmare. There's an object that you must overcome. There we go. Now it says to read the other side of this. So here we go. Here, I'll show you this nightmare. This nightmare card looks kind of creepy. Not going to lie. Don't know what that means, but we shall see. All right. So then it says turn this card over. All righty. Here we go. Crossing the Mediterranean Sea, the Suez Canal, the Red Sea, the Arabian Sea, it takes you nearly a month to reach the port of Colombo on the Isle of Ceylon. The island off of the Indian coast and under British rule is where Alexandra David-Neel was last seen. Having been received by the British governor of the island, she gave the story of her journey over to the local newspaper, the Ceylon Morning Leader. Now, your editor is waiting impatiently for your articles. In return, he will send you cashier's checks to help boost your funds. He reminds you that the amount he sends will naturally depend on the quality and originality of the material you provide. All right, so this is immediate. We have to do these things immediately because that's what the lightning bolt means. So it says draw card 5, place it in front of you with the number 2 at the top. You will start with 2 coins, okay? So here we go. It looks like it's a little coin tracker. So we've got 2 coins here. That's right, Razor, that's right. Draw card 6 and place it at the center of the table. Okay. Place this at the center of the table. All right. Move this over here. Then it says, if card 2 is visible, turn it over and read it. Okay. So this card is visible, card 2. And so I will turn it over and read it. Then it says, discard this card, card 3. Okay. So I will discard this card, turn this card over. Hi, Spitzka. Hi. Oh, thank you, Tangi. Yes, I will do that before I continue. Thank you so much, my dear. Welcome into Spitzka and Tangi and anyone else that's working and lurking. Today, friends, I am playing this game. It's called Cartaventura. It's a narrative card game by Cosmos. So it's kind of like a choose your own adventure with a deck of cards. So we are following the adventures of Alexandra David-Neel. She was an explorer in Tibet in the early 19th century, or in the early 20th century. So we're following her adventures. You're in California. How is it cold? Yeah, I know. I know, right, Anne? I know. Okay, so then it says to turn this card over, which I did, and to read it. You have just drawn your first map card. Oh, that's what this one is. This is a map, okay? Place this in the middle of the table. Draw and read the cards for which there are numbers printed around the compass. Okay, so there's a compass here, and I see 7, 8, and 9. So it's going to tell me to draw those cards next. Okay? Place the cards around the map cards in the spots marked by the compass. Okay? So 7, 8, and 9. So it's telling me to do it like this. 7, 8, and 9. All right. Here we go. Kind of slide this down so everybody can see what's happening. Okay, then it says several action cards are now visible. That's with the little flower symbols here. This game might sprawl. That is right, James. That is right. But it's okay. I can zoom out. It's fine. After all players choose an action from those available, follow the instructions carefully. Once you have decided, choose a new action from those that are available. All right. You are now familiar with the 4 types of cards. So we've got action cards, map cards, immediate cards, and objective cards. Note, the symbols, a lock, and key will help packing the game away. Note, if an instruction tells you to turn over a map card, do not remove the cards already placed around it. Okay, that is totally fine. So it says do not flip this card over. So I'm just going to keep this over here. Whoops, and I should cover that up because it tells us to. All right, so it looks like we've got some options. Okay, and it also says if we go past 2 coins at the 0, I have to turn this card over. So we have to be aware of that. All right. So first we have the docks. We have a couple options at the docks where it says leave for Darjeeling in the north of India, leave for Bombay in the west of India. That's what we can do at the docks. Or we can talk to the handful of modest Sri Lankan sailors. We can talk to the British soldiers returning from India. That's here in the tavern. Or we can go down here to the edition of the Ceylon Morning Leader. Search the archives for an article about Alexandra David-Neel. Now remember, friends, it says we need to write some articles because remember the card says she was on the Port of Colombo, last seen. She gave her journey to the Morning Leader. So Darjeeling tea, right? Yeah. My thoughts are to go to see the editor or the edition of the Morning Leader, to go talk to those folks since she gave her accounts to them. That would be my thought. So, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. If anyone else is curious about that, then we can do that. So, it says, search the archives for an article about Alexandra David-Neel. If we do this, we lose a coin and then turn this card over. All right? That doesn't seem too bad. Okay, so let's do that. So we're going to turn this. So we only have 1 coin now. Then we're going to talk to, hopefully, some people at the newspaper. Okay. This is an immediate effect, so we got to do this. Oh, good, Tangi. I'm glad. I'm glad. You find the article detailing the journalist's meeting with Alexandra David-Neel. In some of the appendices, there are quotes attributed to which you give an idea of the integrity of her character, as well as her particular style. You come across several that might be useful in the trials that await you. Okay? It says, if it is cold, it is because you are looking where there is no heat. Okay? Courage is still the most secure of attitudes. Everything loses its horror when you face it head on. Okay? Neglecting the little things because you say you want to achieve greater ones is a coward's excuse. Wow. Whenever you ask someone for something, if you expect something from them, prepare for disappointment. Ouch. So these are some heated quotes from her. If it's cold, it's because you're looking where there's no heat. Courage is there in the most secure of attitudes. Everything loses its horror when you face it head on. Neglecting the little things because you say you want to achieve greater ones is a coward's excuse. Whenever you ask someone for something, if you expect something from them, be prepared for disappointment. Oof. Okay. And then it says to discard this card. All right, so we're discarding. Okay. Hey, Eva, welcome in, and hello to Dutch. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining me today. All right, so I did that action. So it says we can do that once we've decided to choose a new action. So we've got these two available. All right, so we can either talk to the modest sailors from Sri Lanka. We could talk to the British soldiers returning from India. Well, I don't know. I don't know if the Brits would know anything about her. I mean, she's been away for a while. So I'm thinking, because it doesn't cost any money here, we only have a coin left. It doesn't cost any money, so I'm thinking we should probably talk to the Sri Lankan sailors and see what they tell us. Okay, so here we go. Turning this over. All right, so that's also an immediate effect. It says, you make the acquaintance of Thaharushi, a young Sri Lankan fisherman of Indian origin. After chatting briefly about his difficult livelihood as a sea fisherman, you explain what brought you here. He tells you that last year he took the person you are looking for to the port of Visakhapatnam on the Indian mainland, and that he can do the same for you for a minimal cost. He can transport you in his little boat wherever you would like, across the vast Indian Ocean and the Bay of Bengal. He also encourages you to return to the center of town and not to linger around the docks for too long, as the soldiers of the English garrison are not known for their friendliness. Okay, so I'm glad I didn't talk to them. Then it says, discard this card and turn over card 6. Okay, so this guy, Tharushi, seems to be really, really fine and helpful for us. So that's a good sign. So there we go. So it says turn this over. And now it gives us 2 more cards on the compass. So we have 11 and 12 now. Okay? So let's see. So we get 11 and 12 over here. All right. So now we still have more options. Ooh, and there's more of the map. Okay, so this map also shows 13 and 14. I'm going to move this over here. Only have 1 card. 13 and 14. Looks like we're building out a map. Okay, so here we go. So we've got, so we still have things on the docks, but it seems like they're saying kind of like avoid going to the docks because there's some British soldiers looking not super nice. This one we have landing stages. So it says set out with Tharushi, our new friend, towards the heart of India. It says lose a coin and then draw card 23. We could go to the governor's residence. I don't know why, but we could go to the governor's residence. It says question the governor about Alexandra David-Neel. It doesn't cost anything. We could turn that card over if we choose to. And then it says join up with the expedition leaving town. Turn this over. So I'm not on the Eastern Gate. So I'm not sure. My thoughts right now, friends, are to either go to the governor's residence because it's free. So he might give us more information. And then to pack our bags and head out with our friend. Because I'm not sure if we're equipped with anything. So I'm not sure if going to the Eastern Gate would be a good idea. So let me know, friends. Let me know. Should I go talk to the governor? Or should I set sail with our friend Tharushi? So nice. Everybody's like, hi, hi, hi. Such a pleasure. Such a pleasure to see all of you lovely faces in the chat today. I do enjoy it quite a lot. Thank you so much. Do enjoy it quite a lot, I will say. Panda's having a relaxing day. Very, very nice. Thank you, Eva. Yes. All right. So I think Tan's played this before. So we could either go to the governor or to the thing. You know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to the governor because it's free before I spend my last coin. Because he might give us something. I don't know. Governors have money. You know, they have money. So let's go talk to this guy. See if he has anything. I mean, look at him. He's so dapper. This art is really cool looking. It's like watercolor-esque, you know? It just looks really, really cool. All right, let's see what the governor says. Okay, so he looks sus. James. Oh, James. Okay, so this is immediate. Sir John Anderson, the governor of the island, receives you, but only as graciously as his post obliges you. He is even less gracious when it comes to his opinion of Alexandra David-Neel, with whom he had bumped into a few months ago en route to God knows where. She, much like his own nephew, has struck him as an eccentric with her passion for exotic exploration. He suggests you visit the island's magnificent tea plantations, which he manages. He would likely be flattered if you took an interest and may even be grateful. Ah, geez. So it says turn over card 12 and discard card 14. Well, that's a bummer. Okay, so we're discarding this card. Now it says to draw card 15 out. All right, so there we go. So there's the tea fields now. So the action flipped over, so it added card 15 to our compass here. All right, so he was kind of just like, meh, I don't care for her exotic explorations. Yeah, he might have been a little snooty, huh, James? He might have been a little snooty. All right, so oh, and there's more cards over here. All right, so this is gonna keep sprawling. So we've got 17 and 16. And I'm going to do this over here. We've got our nightmare. We've got our 1 coin. 17 there. Okay. All right, so let's slide this over. I'm going to have to move my teacup. Slide this over because like Tan was saying, it looks like it sprawls. So we're going to just do a nice little whoop so you all can see what's happening now. There we go. And we still got our nightmare. We still got our 1 coin over here. So there we go. Okay. So we have more things. We have the tea plantation, the tea fields, if we want to go to there. We can also meet the tea manager. But that doesn't really have anything to do with her. So I kind of just want to go exploring. Who knows? This might be a bad idea, but I kind of just want to go hang out with my buddy over here. Yeah, I don't know, friends. I don't know. Because the governor's like, you should check out my tea stuff because that's what I do. And I don't really like her exotic adventures and blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I do like tea. Oh gosh, this is so tempting, y'all. This is so tempting. I do like tea. I'm drinking some vanilla chai right now. Ugh. Yes, I like them too, Panda. That is very true. Too lazy to make tea. Oh, Eva, come on. Come on, tea. Come on now. Okay. Is it going to cost me to get back? That I don't know, Tangi. That I don't know. So we have only 1 coin left. So the 1 coin would be, to travel with our friend. But he's going to, he's going to have to, we're going to have to do exploring, right? We're going to have, and he's so nice. He's been so nice. So these other things don't cost us anything. The docks will cost. So I'm thinking avoid the docks because they were saying, it looks kind of sketch. Someone make Eva some tea. Yes. Spitzka, isn't that your job as a sibling? Go make some tea for Eva. Just messing. So yes, Tangi, like you're right. I don't know if I have to get back and how I would be able to get some coin, right? So, do I just go and explore because it's free? I don't know. Maybe they'll give me some tea, like some supplies if I go there. Oh, I tried, Eva. I really tried. Okay. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Do I explore the tea fields? Or do I just go with my friend and set sail? And just go set sail, right? Go for what? Go for what, Tangi? Go set sail? Or go explore tea? I don't know. Sail away. All right. James says sail away. Sail away, sail away, sail away. All right. We're going to say tea. Oh, now Tangi's saying tea. James is saying sail. Tangi's saying tea. I don't know, y'all. I need a tiebreaker. I have 1 and 1 right now. You're welcome, Anne. Your jukebox is there. I love tea, but we are on a mission to follow the writer. Yes, but there's tea. People are saying tea. Oh, James. Oh, I'm so torn. Oh, gosh. Okay, well, let's just explore the tea fields. Let's just explore the fields, not talk to people. Let's just explore the fields, and then we'll go, okay? This could be a big mistake. James, I'm sorry, but we will. We will eventually go. Okay. It says, this is an immediate effect. Walking across the fields, you come across some of the workers. Nearly all of them are women. They smile at you politely, but you notice their working conditions are grueling. On the slopes of the hill, they pick tea leaves by hand under the gaze of a sinister foreman with a whip on his belt. Ooh. Who makes it very clear that it would be best if you moved along. Despite this beauty of all the locations, you have plenty of material to write an article about it that exposes the realities of colonial exploitation. So we have a choice. Do we write the article or do we say maybe later? I think we're going to do maybe later because this is not our original mission. I'm going to say maybe later. So we're going to say turn this card over. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Didn't take up too much of our time. Maybe later. We're going to go on an adventure with our friend. We're losing coins. So it says if we go below 0, turn this card over. No, James! You're silly. Oh, Tan. Too funny. All right, so we're going to set sail with our friend, Faharushi. And now we have more things. So we've got a map here. 24 we need to look at. 24 is right here. Okay. Ooh, so we got some more information. It says Faharushi was not lying. The splendor of the ancient temple in Meenakshi has remained intact. The temple, this ancient temple. The complex, is not merely an architectural marvel, but the quintessence of Indian culture. The statue of the goddess, which overlooks the temple, was carved from a single emerald. From the outside, the building resembles a fortified citadel, which includes a complex of mandapas, sanctuaries, and the famous Potturami Kululam, the pool containing the golden lotus. I apologize for all of my butchering of all these words. According to legend, its waters have the power to judge the value of a piece of writing. Mediocre efforts are supposed to sink in, and those of quality articles are to float. Oh, geez. Through explanations of your guide, you have material for a gripping article about this unique place and the Hindu gods it honors. You spend the rest of the afternoon writing it and then amuse yourself by placing it on the pond, but it sinks to the bottom immediately. Oh, geez. Okay, so we have two options. We either stay another night to rewrite our article, or we send the article as is. I say, let's send it as is, because if we do, it says, do we spend a night writing another article about this, or do we send it as is? Mediocre efforts are supposed to be quality. But if we go below 0, like, what's going to happen? Do we, like, end our game? I don't know. Okay, do we stay another night here in the temple to rewrite our article, or do we just send it away? That's the question now. That's the question, everybody. Send it, says Tangi. Just send it. All right, I think I'm going to send it. We're just going to send it as is and hope for the best. All right, we're turning this over. Here we go. Say, anything worth writing is worth writing well. Oh, James, I already flipped it over, my dear. I already flipped it over. Okay, here we go. From your correspondent in Madurai, southern India. The temple, with nearly 1,000 columns, at the heart of the ancient town of Madurai, is one of the greatest temples in the country, a jewel of Dravidian architecture. You will find, for instance, an astonishing hall containing 1,000 carved columns. Reader, I counted them, and there are only 985 columns. Equally of note is a large pool in which, despite the unbearable heat, is one forbidden to bathe in. Your editor is very surprised by this rather trivial piece about such an unusual sight. Nonetheless, he wires you some money. Okay. So it says, gain 1 coin and discard this card. Woohoo! We gained some money, y'all. Ba-ba-da-ba! Hello, Real Wombat. It says, is this a repeatable game or a series of games like the exit games and similar? It is a repeatable game. And there's 5 different paths you can choose. So this is completely resettable. So the way I go through this will be different if you decide to do this experience. And welcome in, Real Wombat. Good to see you. So this is called Cartaventura, Lhasa from Cosmos Games. It is a small box, if you want to see compared in comparison. And so it's definitely a travel size. They have 2 or 3 other adventures that you can go through here. But yes, it is completely resettable. So I did not put any spoilers in the chat because it could be, yes, correct. Yeah, there you go, Tan. That's very true. So you can replay it. So yes. All right, so I gain a coin. That's very cool. So now it said discard this card, right? Gain a coin and discard this card. Okay. Oh, very cool. Vinland. I think that might be the other one I have as well. That one was for Eric the Great, right? I believe. Eric the Great. Yeah. Okay. So, we got some money, which is nice, but that kind of left us stuck. Oh, Eric the Red. Okay. I apologize. I was close. Okay. So now we've got a coin. There's nothing else on this map that we can do. So we can either go back to a journey here. We already explored the tea. We can write about the tea if we want to now. Maybe we'll get some more cash. Oh, I see. Thanks, Tan. Thanks. Okay, so we could leave for Darjeeling in the north of India. We could leave for Bombay in the west of India. Oh, I don't know. We could write about the tea fields. See if we can get some more cash or go, plantation owner. You know, I think I'm just going to join up. I think I'm just going to join up and go and see what happens. Cause we're supposed to like follow in her tracks, right? Yeah. We're supposed to follow in her tracks. So I'm going to do this. We're going to go to the Eastern Gate, y'all. We had a fun boat ride with our friend. And now we're going on. We're going on. Hey, Kit Kat, welcome in. Well, I have 3, Tan. I have 3 of them. But I got them at PAX directly from Cosmos, so they might have had some of the Europe editions, available. So, yeah. Okie doke, here we go. It says, you meet William Anderson III, or Jr. Work and lurk, Kit Kat. Do what you gotta do, my friend. Oklahoma is the 3rd one. Yes, I believe you're correct, Tan. Okay, here we go. We meet William Anderson Jr., who is preparing to leave Colombo to journey deep into the Sri Lankan jungle. He's convinced he has a map which will allow him to finally rediscover the mythical city of Arundhapura. He tells you it was founded in the 3rd century, and it was a major site of Buddhist pilgrimage around the legendary fig tree of Buddha. The capital of Ceylon for 1,000 years, Anuradhapura is now lost in the heart of the jungle. Accompanied by his 2 Sri Lankan porters, you plunge into the thick, abundant undergrowth. Your progress is slow and frustrating. I don't know why I just got into that voice. Oh. The nights are dodged by pounding of heavy rain and ceaseless buzzing of mosquitoes. Your 2 porters are showing signs of nervousness. William, in the grip of a fevered excitement, is convinced that you cannot be far from this extraordinary discovery, which is sure to bring untold glory and riches to both of you. All right, do we continue the expedition or do we return to Colombo? So this guy's like, we're going to find this ancient city. Was the capital of Ceylon for 1,000 years. Or do we return to Colombo? Do we just go back to town? Or like, forget it. I think we go on. I think we go forward. I mean, what's a little adventure in our lives, right? Or do we go back and write the article, maybe get some more cash? I don't know. Do we continue on? Onward and upward? Is that what we're doing here? Onward and upward, friends? Let's see. Oh, sorry to hear that, Eva. Yeah. We're glad you're here, though. We're glad you're here. Just keep venturing, just keep venturing, just keep venturing. What do? We venture. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to draw card 20 and then discard this card. All right, card 20. All right, it says, after several days, still not having found this city, you're seized by a strong fever, along with headaches, aching limbs, and the most uncomfortable digestive problems. Uh-oh. Between the sweats, your nightmares return, worse than ever. The porters urge you to turn back with them while repeating the word in Tamil, malaria. Malaria. Is this the Organ Trail with cards? It might be, huh? Oh no, malaria. William, William, who is subject to more and more disturbing hallucinations, ignores all of these warnings. He is certain of reaching his goal and pushes on ahead of his own. Anuradhapura seems within reach. Okay. Do we continue on with William and possibly die of malaria? Or do we return to the porters and go back to town? Oh dear is right. Oh dear is right. I'm even going to add this, friends, just for good measure, because we all know it's coming. So here we go.
Oh, good grief.
Yep. Okay. Don't die of dysentery. Yeah, I think we might need to go back. Yeah, James is saying go back. This guy is crazy banana pants. Power through the poop, says Kit Kat. Oh, jeez. But I'm just a journalist, y'all. I'm just a measly little journalist. Poop, says James. Okay, so James is saying we should go back. Kit Kat is saying to power through. I need somebody to break the tie here. Somebody's got to break the tie here. Don't listen to me. I have no idea what's going on. It's fine. It's totally fine. Do we go back? Go back, says Razor. Poop, says Eva. Oh, you all are too funny. Okay, Razor says go back. Poop is fun to say. That is correct. Okay, so we're going to return. This guy's crazy banana pants. And so we're going to draw 22 and discard this card. Okay, yeah, Tangi's yelling back. All right, we're going back, y'all. We're going back. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we say your porters give you stalwart assistance and help to get you back to Colombo. On the way home, one of them, a Hindu, hears of your desires to go in search of a woman in the city of Lhasa. He tells you that his brother, Tharushi, is a sailor and might be willing to take you to the north of India on his boat for a price far lower than those ferries and trains that you would otherwise have used. But first, he takes you and recommends to take a course of quinine to bring down your fever, and he accompanies you to the clinic inside Colombo. Oh, this is so sweet. His brother was our friend Tharushi. If card 11 is not visible, turn over card 6. It is visible, so I'm not turning this over. Then turn this card over. All right, yeah, nice guy. See, Tharushi was nice. Okay, so we're back in Colombo at the clinic. It says, for a small cost, after several days of rest and looking after yourself, you're able to bring your terrible fever under control. The nurse who is looking after you assures you that despite your misfortune, you had a lot of luck, as malaria is a scourge that claims thousands of victims on the island every year. Oof. She also admits to being genuinely concerned with the terrible nightmares that plague you at night, and she witnessed your screams and calls for help as you slept. Uh-oh. Lose a coin and then discard this card. Well, good thing we had that coin from our things. All right. So she is concerned. This nurse is concerned with our nightmares. Nurse is concerned. Stalker much? Well, it was her job. It was her job. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Just one more thing. Yes. Perfect Columbo quote, Tan. Perfect Columbo quote. Okay, so we don't have any coins. So now I think it might be time to write about the tea fields, or do we talk to the plantation manager? Ooh, so we're better now. We just survived malaria. Which is such an odd thing to say. Oh my word. Okay. So we could write about the tea, get some money. We could talk to the plantation manager and see what's up. I'm thinking we might need to write about the abuse of the workers. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, James. That's what I'm thinking. All right, so let's do that. Let's see. So we're going to do this. We're going to write the article. Discard card 16. Draw card 19 and discard this card. So we're discarding this card. We're going to say, forget you. Draw card 19. And then we also discard this card. Okay. There we go. It says, correspondence in Ceylon. Bloody refreshment. When it's time for high tea at the ambassador's residence, and you sip a cup of that precious liquid, face smug and little finger raised, take good care that you don't burn your tongue, because that is the only danger you risk. Whereas from dawn until dusk, shuffling around the plantations in Ceylon, where that tea was picked, the women experience really rather hardships and far less refined colonial reality. Ooh. Your editor-in-chief is utterly delighted with this article, encourages you to pursue this approach. He immediately wires you a money order. Gain 2 coins. Ba-ba-da-ba. And then turn this card over. Nice. That's right. Okay, here we go. Your story unleashes the governor's wrath, and he makes it clear that you risk betraying his confidence and spreading subversive ideas inside his territory. At the same time, another man introduces himself to you discreetly. His name is Armand de Souza, founder and editor-in-chief of the Ceylon Morning Leader. Ceylon, sorry. It's not Ceylon. This is not BSG. Sorry. Ceylon. He read your article about the exploitation of local people and the resources by occupying power of great interest. He appreciates your integrity. Speaking from firsthand experience, Armand encourages you to tread cautiously with regards to discussing subjects that could attract trouble. He reveals that he met Alexandra David-Neel a long time ago. He would be honored to introduce you privately to several friends for a friendly, informal meeting that evening at his own home, on the crucial condition that you can make sure that you are not followed. You're a toaster. Gus, I'm not a toaster. Or am I? Ceylon, you know, potato, right? One of our turn over card 15 and then discard this card. Okay, so we get invited by the editor of the Ceylon Morning Edition and get invited to tea. All right, so now we have card 21. Hi, Legends. Welcome in, my friend. All right, so then we got this card. So we can travel carefully. Here, I'll slide these down so it's not in the glare. So it says we can travel carefully to Armand de Souza's house. Okay, so we still have our nightmares. We still have the 2. Yes, exactly. I don't see the irony in that, Kit Kat. Do you? Yeah. You got Unlock and Echoes yesterday. Woohoo! Yay, Legends! I'm so glad. They said it was going to take like 2 weeks to get to you. So glad. Did not bond with the British. Yep. I think this is the way we're going to go, Tan. Maybe imports his tea from England or China. What? Gus says, I actually found a Ceylon toaster and it burns the words frack off on your toast. That is awesome. Legends, I'm so glad you got your games. You should be getting your shirt soon. Same thing with you, Razor, and with Panda. Lurking and working, Starbuck. Love it. You do you, my dear. Okay, so we're going to travel to his house carefully. Look at this house, y'all. Look at this. How beautiful. I mean, the beginning of the 20th century. So, Eva, I have merch. And some of our friends in the chat won some merch on a giveaway that I was doing during my 600 follower marathon when Phantom came in and dyed my hair. But if you want to get your own CCG merch, there is my merch shop right there. Yeah. Okay, so look at his. Ugh, so beautiful. All right, let's see what's happening in his house. Okay, this is a new objective. This is an objective card. Okay, so this is also adding to our nightmares. Armand de Souza welcomes you warmly into his house and introduces you to his family and an old friend, Wilmot Arthur de Silva, a notable figure upon the island who is rumored to be destined for great things. After a delicious meal, including the famous Colombo chicken, you learn that De Silva is the president of the Theosophical Society, among other things, and as such, he also knows of Alexandra David-Neel, a preeminent member of their global organization. Having made inquiries for you, D'Souza says he has learned that Alexandra David-Neel will be in the north of India, near Nepal, looking for a route to Tibet to reach Lhasa. As for De Silva, impressed by your hard work at shining a light on the fight for independence, he proposes beginning a correspondence with you from a distance, trying to help you in your search for the truth. Hey, that's very nice. So we found an ally. Hello, Quaid. Welcome in. But there's nothing to do on this card. However, this is another objective. So I'm going to add it to our objectives. So he said she's traveling to the north of India. The north of India. I think we need to go to the docks and travel north. Just saying. Yes, Starbuck is going to be there. There is going to be a TLN meetup. I believe that Crystal Dax and Book of Nerds are planning that out. So, yes, if you're going to Dice Tower West Legends, make sure you follow people on the socials because they'll probably give details on when that will happen. Enjoy your lurking, Kit Kat. Thank you so much. All right, friends. So here we go. We got to go to the docks now. But we have 2 coins, so we can pay for transport, which is awesome. Okay, so discard all other action spaces, which I don't have any. We're just going to leave it like that. Lose 2 coins. That's okay. We had enough. Turn this card over. And let's see what happens. Ooh, so we have another map piece. And we've got some train, we got a boat, and we've got a compass with number 28 on it. So again, I gotta slide these down over here. And we've got 28 now. So we've got some allies. We've got some good leads, I feel like. I feel like we kind of did things in somewhat of a good order. All right, so here we go. Another immediate action. Pondicherry, Madras, Calcutta. You travel for days before finally arriving in Darjeeling. There, English soldiers inform you that in view of recent worrying events of rebellion, the region of Sikkim is being placed under curfew. For now, it is forbidden for any foreigners to be there without imperial permission. Non-British Westerners are being assigned to rooms under strict surveillance in the only hotel that remains open on site. If you have the military badge or the safe conduct, which I have neither of those, great. If not, in spite of your protests, these British soldiers will place you under house arrest at the hotel. Ugh, great. How was I supposed to get this badge? Military badge. Oh, I wonder if we would have talked to the plantation manager, he would have given it fast. So it says replace this card with card 50. Oh boy. All right, so now we've got this card of Darjeeling. Oh, look at how beautiful that is.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah, right, Tangi? Yeah, I feel that. Okay, so we're going to replace this card. It doesn't say to take this out of the game, so I don't know. I'm just going to leave it over here off to the side. Okay, so now we've got 51, 52, and 53. And I have to shift around all of our things over here. Okay. $51, $52, $53. Okay. So we're now on house arrest. That's not great. I'll slide this down so y'all can see. All right. Okay, so we could, at the hotel, try to persuade the guards to let you go. Yeah, they must have heard all the Cylon talk. That's right. That's right. We could talk to another European confined in the hotel. Or we could try to convince the manager to help smuggle you out. I don't know. I don't know. Straight up talking to the guards doesn't seem like a good idea because we're not super clever. I don't think we're super clever. I would say we probably need to talk to another European on site. Yeah, let's talk to other people. That's what Eva's saying. Yeah, talk to... Okay, Quaid's got that. All right, so we're going to talk to this other European gentleman in room 12. You are pretty clever, James. That is correct. You are. Okay, here we go. You meet Heinrich Friedman, a young German pilot. He tells you that he deserted the Air Force in his biplane, and having crossed all over Eastern Europe and the Middle East in stages, has landed here a few months ago. Because of his nationality, the British forces have made him stay in this hotel until the end of the war. How rude. How rude. Since the outcome of the conflict is most uncertain, he tries desperately to escape and to continue his journey, perhaps as far as Tibet, where he may find a modicum of freedom that he has so stubbornly refused to have here. Tonight, he will need a helper to mislead the English who watch over him so that he can get back on his plane, which is hidden not far from here. I'm double so... Oh, my goodness. All right, we have two options. Do we agree to help this German pilot escape? Or do we refuse to help him for now? You're so clever. Yes, the clever forever. Clever forever. Clever forever. And you are so clever, Quaid. You are. He is a German spy? As long as he will take us out with him. Yeah, that's a good point, Tangy. That's a good point. So what's in it for us, right? What is in it for us? Okay, so if we agree to help him escape, we replace this card with card 48. If we don't, then we just turn this card over. I say, let's pull some shenanigans and try to get ourselves out of here. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Try to get ourselves out of here. Turn it over, says Eva. Oh, gosh. Hi, Dan. Welcome in. You refuse to help for now? Refuse to help for now? Oh. Eva doesn't want to help. Eva thinks we should refuse for now. Manager might be a better option? Okay. Well, let's see. We lose a coin if we do that, and we have no coins. We have no coins. If we talk to the manager, James, it'll go below 0 and we have to read something. When is this time period helping German spies a good thing? Yeah, we have no money, my dear. We have no money. So talking to the hotel manager would not be helpful for us. So we could persuade the guards, or we could help the German, or we could try to go to the hotel manager, lose another coin, and then flip over our coin track, whatever that means. Do what you gotta do? But what does that mean, James? What does that mean? No-go guard. So I don't think talking to the manager is gonna help. Because I don't have any money, and I don't want it to be like, okay, it's bad. I think I want to help the spy. That's very true, but I'm kind of leaning towards it. Okay, let's do it. Let's help out the spy. If it all blows up in our faces, it's fine. It's just a game. That's why you reset it and play it again. Right, Tan? Right? Okay, so we're replacing this with card 52. Or 48, I mean. Okay. We warned her. Oh, it's all on me. Oh, thanks, friends. Thanks. Okay, here we go. You gather your things quickly, meet Heinrich secretly, and board his biplane. As it takes off, you see the English military vehicles below you driving towards the secret runway. Uh-oh. You were very lucky that you weren't all arrested. Flying over the rocky foothills, the first glimmers of a day is sublime. You realize that you have forgotten your satchel containing all of your money. So here you are, no resources, en route to an unknown destination, placing your future into the hands of fate, or here that they call is karma. Heinrich lands his plane on the eastern border of Tibet in the province of Shagatsi. This is as far as he can go.
Oh, good.
Before he turns back to you, he wishes you the best of luck and hopes that the war will be over soon. Yes. We were broke anyway. That's true, James. That is true. If it is successful, we encourage you to do it, so take off the credit. Okay, so it says discard the pass of safe conduct. We don't have it. Discard the military insignia and the sacred medallion. We don't have it. If you have them, discard all other options for actions. Okay, so we're discarding these. Then it says draw card 42 and then turn this card over. Okay. I wonder if this is a new place. Okay, here we go. $42 is lucky. Okay, let's see what it says. You have no more money or in need of money, but you now must manage the power of your destiny or your karma. Discard card 5. Oh, we have no more need for money. Sweet. So we discard our money track. Then it says here, unlike money, if you reach 0 karma, your journey is not over. However, you cannot make any more choices which would require karma, as you would have negative karma for the game. Turn this card over and place it in front of you with the number 1 at top. Oh, so now we have a karma tracker. Okay, so no more coins, we got karma. There we go. Then we turn this card over. Next. Ooh, so here's the plane. Here's Heinrich's plane. And we've got area number 55. Okay, so we're sliding these down, friends. We're sliding these down. I could try to zoom out a little bit. Let's see if this helps. Nope, that's all it goes. That's all it goes. Okay, so we're going to have to slide these down so you all can see what's happening here. 55. We're going to 55 next. Okay. 55 says, here you are at the gateway to Tibet, in a landscape of breathtaking beauty. At the foot of an almost black mountain, contrasting with the white snow upon the glacier, green meadows stretch as far as the eye can see, in and around an immense turquoise lake. Oh, that sounds pretty. If card 49 is visible, is it? Card 49 is not visible. This is 48 and this is 50. Okay. If it is not, upon a hill, you notice some long color flags. Beyond a forest, you make out a narrow column of smoke. Surely it is coming from a village. Further off on the shores of the lake, you spot the roofs of a little monastery. Turn this card over. Oh, so there we go. An iconic picture. Some colorful flags on a banner there. And now we've got 56. All right, so now we need card 56. Okay, here we go. Yes, it is pretty, right, Tanji? Okay, the journey of the last few days has generally exhausted you. Swamped by fatigue, you sink in what you hope will be a healing sleep. Unfortunately, your old nightmares come back to torment you. You wake up barely rested and still feverish to visions of the faces of your lost comrades, screams upon in the dark, exploding shells, and the floating shadows of death. Oof, that does not sound good. After a sleep haunted by nightmares of your past, you open your eyes to a new day filled with renewed potential and resume your journey. Upon the summit of the hill, attached to the big multicolored flags, you notice there are strips of printed fabric blowing in the wind. You surprise a very young man with a shaved head wearing traditional red tikavara, who is attaching a new piece of fabric to the banner. I apologize for all of my mispronunciations. Dan says, I was in Tibet in 2012, climbed up all the way to the roof of Potala Palace. Very little air up there, but a fantastic view. That is amazing. Dan, if you have any pictures of that, I would love to see them. I would love that. Okay, so it says replace this card with card 57. Okay. All right. So now it says, knowing there are a few scraps of English, he introduces himself to you. He says his name is Lop Sang. He explains that he had to flee a neighboring monastery when it was besieged and looted by a cruel Chinese warlord, and now he is all alone. You ask him to travel some of the way with you, but he explains politely that he must finish writing his prayers for each of the lost brothers first, before the wind has carried them into the gods. Oh, carried them to the gods. After several hours, you understand that the ritual needs to last as long as the young monk's profound pain. In the icy winds and encroaching night, you ask yourself if your presence here is a help or a hindrance to Lop Sang in his ritual of silent prayers. Do you stay here for the night, or do you start looking for Alexandra again? Do we stay here or do we keep going? It sounds like, as far as it's saying, like might be in his way. Leave him in peace. That's what I'm thinking, James. I'm thinking we should probably just let him be and do his ritual without us bothering him. So we're going to start looking for Alexandra again, because that's our mission. That's our mission here, friends. And we chose to accept it. Okay? Here we go. Your torments will only add to his own. Good point, James. Good point, my dear. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness. My map is getting all over the place, y'all. Okay, so we're turning this over. So now we've got map 60. So it says what? Replace 56 with 57. Okay, so this is here. Oh, I gotta show you all. Nice little village and the river. Okay. Nice little village in the river. All right, so I'm gonna do this, kind of condensing things down so we can see what's happening. And now we have card 60. All right, here we go. It says, before reaching the forest, a wide river emptying into the lake blocks your way. The bridge across it seems to have been destroyed recently. Blunderbuss TV! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness. Hello, friends. Pop back up here. Welcome in, Raiders. My name's Jess. I stream board gaming content here 3 days a week. And today I am going through the game Cartaventura from Tims and Cosmos. It is a card-driven narrative game. Kind of like a choose your own adventure, a little bit of an unlock scenario. And it is quite nice. We are following the trail of explorer Alexandra David-Neel, well known in the 20th century, early 20th century. So yeah, feel free to hang out with us. And thank you so much, Raiders, for coming in. And thanks to the Blunderbussers for sending everybody over. I'm going to do a shout out to y'all. All right, so let's get down to the table. Okay, so currently we are on our way to try to find Alexandra David-Neel. So we're on a mission route to Tibet. So currently we're in like the mountainside here. All right. It says, before reaching the forest, a wide river emptying into the lake blocks your way. The bridge across it seems to have been destroyed recently. An old lady is desperate that she will never be able to get to the other side and back to her village. According to her, the other bridge is a long way, and her old legs would not be strong enough to get her there, with many overloaded bags upon her back. She begs you to carry her to the other side. The current is quite strong, and this water is icy cold, so you are not so sure if you can even get across on your own without any difficulty. You notice the sacred decorations and statuettes sticking out of her bags, no doubt from a nearby monastery. Ooh. Do you help this woman get into the water, or do you move on without helping her? So, seems like a scorpion and a frog story. Ooh, yeah, right? Do we help her never be able to get back to her village? She has sacred decorations, statuettes sticking out of her bag. Huh. What does that think? So, do we help her or do we move on? They're stolen relics. I'm totally getting those vibes, James. Totally getting those vibes. She's a thief. All right. I'm going to say no. I'm going to politely decline. And move on without helping her. And hopefully she doesn't stab me. Or push me into the river. So let's say we're going to keep on moving on and see what happens. Okay, here we go. You go upon your way. One more time. One more time too many? Not confronting what karma decides to do in your path is a choice. Like all choices, though, they have consequences. The consequences of inaction and detachment and voluntary blindness darken your thoughts and awaken your inner demons that howl at you at night, saying mankind is doomed to nothing but misery. You must fight even harder now to chase your demons away into the light of day where they now reveal themselves. You find a little calm and the willpower you need to put one foot in front of the other. Yeah. Yeah, we help the German spy, but not the thief. Yeah. What kind of person are we? And I will take a hydrate in just a second, James. Thank you. Hello, Timey. Welcome in. Lose 2 karma. Replace this card with card 61. Oh, no. Oh, no. I am at 0. What did it say for karma? You cannot make any more choices which require karma. You cannot have negative karma in this game. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. Uh-oh. Is our mission over, friends? It says to replace this card with card 61. All right, let's see what happens now. Let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. After all of these events, you plunge into the forest. Composed of centuries-old pines and spruce trees, you move forward on a soft carpet of needles into the shadows of the green and red and gold giants, a huge organic cathedral in front of you. The magic of this place and time is suddenly broken, though, by a noise. A crack, following by a low growl. An imposing, then, and majestic white tiger appears at the edge of the clearing. He stops, looking intently at you. For a few moments, you are transfixed by this vision, held between disbelief, terror, and fascination. It is a trick. Is this a trick of your imagination? The tiger seems to be sizing you up. It seems that he can sense your fear, or, on the other hand, your inner calm. He shifts between wanting to attack you and being willing to let you go. Now, you must turn around on your path, or do you appeal to your karma and overcome this test? Ooh. Do we move towards the tiger? Or do we go back towards the monastery? Well, if we move towards the tiger, we would lose a karma. We cannot get any more karma negative. So I think we need to head back towards the monastery and ask for forgiveness. Because we can't lose any more karma. We cannot. And I don't want to move towards a tiger. Like, what crazy banana pants person is going to do that? Yeah, exactly right, Timey. Do we move towards the tiger? Or do we not move towards the tiger? Oh, good gravy, y'all. Good gravy. I think we got to go back. I think we got to go back. It should say Tigger, not Tiger. Oh, I think we're going to go back. We got to go back, y'all. Okay. So it says turn this card over. So there's the picture of the monastery and some trees. Oh, it's so lovely. So lovely looking. It's a Moochie tiger. Okay, so we're going to go back. All right, now we're going to do all this stuff up here. These cards sprawl, everyone. Okay, now we have 62. All right, here's what it says. The men who open the door are armed mercenaries. What? You realize that they are the ones who besieged the Tibetan monastery. They push you with their spears to face their chief, one of the most hostile and despondent warlords. In Chinese, he shouts orders at you that you do not understand. He sizes you up for a long time, discussing your fate with his men. You sense he's trying to work out the pros and cons of randomly killing a Westerner. He calls one of his men over, who understands some rudimentary English, to question you. You explain you are a French journalist trying to get to Lhasa. Visibly confused by this, your response receives a wave of laughter, which transforms rapidly into contempt. The mercenaries drag you to the basement of the temple and shut you inside a cellar. Oh, great. Now turn this card over. Oh, great. This just got down, just went downhill very fast. Very, very fast. Without any notion of time or of space, your body and your spirit start to weaken. Only a trickle of melted snow occasionally runs down the walls, prevents you dying of thirst. Yes, exactly. Good grief indeed. After what seems like an eternity, you become so weak that even sitting is too great of an effort for you. Lying upon the ground, at the end of your strength, you have a sudden vision. A fantastical creature appears in front of you. His face reminds you of the horror of those corpses you saw in the trenches at Verdun. It is your own nightmare that has come to life in front of you. Draw card 63 and discard this card. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. I feel like we're going to die. Dang, man. This just got so dark. So dark. If you have the vision card, what is that our nightmare? What number is that? If you have the vision card, what does that mean? I'm assuming it's this one. Let's just say I'm assuming it's our nightmare card. Oh, I don't have it, Tan? Okay, Tan says I don't have it. So it's not this card. It's not this nightmare card, Tan? No, it's not the nightmare card. Okay. So I don't have it. So I'm going to read this. If you do not confront the creature, and let it engulf you. Your nightmares drag you back into the clutches of despair. Turn this card over. Oh no. A thirst for the world. You emerge from this experience destroyed. Your body and your spirit are broken. You discover that you were found unconscious by the side of the road at the outskirts of a village. Subsequent events were lost in a fog of confused memories. You sense that you are being cared for, fed, and carried. Once you are back in Europe, you learn that the war recently ended. In a world free from horror, finally liberated from your inner demons, you rediscover the meaning of the spice of life. And after this rebirth, you thirst for freedom, for travel, and for discovery is greatly increased, if not insatiable. You begin a career as a globe-trotting reporter. You meet many people and many cultures, and your articles never cease to defend humanism and the search for peace, which ultimately will bring you closer than ever to the philosophy of Alexandra David-Neel and to the mythic values that were taught in Lhasa. Wow. It would be very bad to have a nightmare as a vision. That is very true, Dutch. Good night, Dan. Have a good evening. Okay, now it says draw card 70. So even though we passed out, It seems like we got refreshed and liberated, and now we're like a globe-trotting reporter. We demand humanity. We demand a search for peace. Brings us closer to ever to the philosophy of Alexandra David-Neel and to the mythic values taught in Lhasa. Okay, so here we go. Congratulations, you have completed your adventure. There are 5 different endings. Make a note of each ending you reach below. Okay. Replay any different choices to discover these endings. Note if you get any cards displaying a key or a lock in the course of your game, you have unlocked new gaming options for your next adventure. Tan says, just for fun, flip over the nightmare card. Okay, I will in a second. It says, turn this card over. If you want other players to enjoy the adventure, reset the game by sorting the cards in ascending order by numbers, then flipping them to the side with a small dot in the lower left-hand corner. Okay, there we go. Attention! You have reached the last card of the game, putting the game away. Gather all the cards on the table, including the discard pile. Turn over all the cards with a black square, blah, 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 do-do-do. You're ready for next adventure and different choices. Okay, so Tan says, just for funsies, turn this over. Boom. Oh, this is our vision card. Okay, so this is what the vision card would look like if we got the vision. So somehow we would correct our vision somehow. I don't know. But that was one of the options to go through for this adventure. I think what I probably would have done, that doesn't look like Paul Bettany. I know, right? Right, Dutch? Right. Okay. I think what I probably would have done is I probably would have done the same stuff, you know, traveling things. I would have talked to probably the plantain owner, the plantation manager, I mean, and seen what they do, and then kind of go from there. Because I feel like, okay, so not going on that mission, not getting malaria, because we knew about our friend, because we talked to him in the tavern. We know about our friend. Going on that mission and getting malaria was not great. So if we talk to the plantation manager, he might give us some passage. We know we can escape with the German spy. $20 by $20 vision. Good one, Dutch. Good one. So I think, yeah, so this was pretty interesting. I will say it was, you'll need some table space for sprawling everything out, because there's definitely more things to be had when it comes to where you're going, all your different locations and stuff, right? So yeah, what did you all think? These games are fairly inexpensive, so I do feel like you can definitely get through them, reset them, play them again with some people. I liked it. I thought it was interesting. It's a fun little storytelling thing. Definitely those choose your own adventures. It definitely had that kind of feel to me. And unexpected things happening. You're just like, oh gosh, I had no idea that was going to happen. And now we're dead. Basically. Nice. I bought the first one, and around Christmas bought the other two for 10 euros each. Nice, Tan. Very, very nice. So it says to reset them. What does it say? To reset. 1 to 70. Okay, small dot in the lower left. Okay, so you got to put them all with the small dot. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, so then I am going to get ready for some quarantine haircuts. Decide who is going to be our next VIP of the channel. So get your player sheets ready, friends. We are going to cut some hairs, do some things. Cut some hairs and do some things, friends. Cut some hairs and do some things. Da 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 da. It's quarantine haircuts. Quarantine haircuts. That's a trademark song, everybody. So you can't take it from me. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right, gotta make sure you all know how to play this game. Fairly straightforward. Fairly straightforward. Fairly simple to do. Fairly simple to do. Just gotta make sure I put everything. Get my 3 dice in my bag of holding here. Got this. Oh, I got some cool. Got these cool ones from Duchess. I got these for Christmas. And let's go with the standard. There we go. All right. So that's all right, Eva. I know there are some PDF writers you can use as well, too. But you're already VIP, so no worries. You can just hang out with us here. So, oh, goodness me. Those are kind of difficult to see. That green one is difficult to see. These are so cool, though. I got these from Duchess. But they're kind of hard to see on stream, so I'm going to need to switch this out. Do a little switcheroo. There we go. Oh, I appreciate that, Eva. I always like people playing with me, too. Always like it. All right, friends, quarantine haircuts. We've got 5 customers that we need to cut their hair. How it's going to happen is I'm going to roll these dice. Whatever numbers appear on the dice, we look at what customer we're going to be cutting their hair and mark off those 3 numbers on that person's hair. Okay? So let's say I'm starting here. The numbers I have are 4, 5, and 6. So I would go along here and cross off the top numbers of each of those 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then after I mark them off, I must decide, do I want to keep cutting this person's hair or do I want to stop and tally up my points? Okay? If I decide to stop and tally up my points, I circle the topmost number of each of the columns that is not crossed out. Okay? So in this case, I would circle all of these here. And 6 plus 2 plus 1 is a total of 9. So I would get 9 points for this person's haircut. Okay? And it would go in letter B. Bye, James. Have a good day, my dear. Have fun at work. I need a new pen. Okay? However, if I decide to keep rolling, I will roll again and take the 3 numbers again and mark them off on my chart. If I mark off all the numbers in a column, like here I have 2 4s and a 1, I mark off and I reach this X, I get 0 points. I accidentally buzz their hair and I would actually get 0 points. So if you mark off all the numbers in a column and the only thing left in that column is an X, you automatically have to stop and you score 0 and you must move on to a different customer. Okay? Yes, this is hilarious, Razor. This is hilarious. Okay. You can start on any person that you want. Okay? But you must continue on that same person unless you choose to stop after a roll and move on. Okay? Then we have this lovely portrait down here where you get to draw ourselves. If we decide to give ourselves a haircut, we would get 1 point bonus. If we decide to not give ourselves a haircut, we get a 10-point bonus. So there we go. And you don't have to go in ascending. You don't have to go, A, B, C, D, E. You can skip around if you want. I usually like to look at the first roll, see what I get, and then start. I know that's kind of a little cheatery, but I'm tweaking it as we go. All right. So here we go. The current score to beat is 97 from Wim, which I call shenanigans on, but if y'all know Wim, you know he's really good at games, so that might actually be a legit score. Okay, so I've got 2, 3, and 5. 2, 3, and 5. I'm gonna go over here to, I'll go to this person. So I'm gonna cross off 2, a 3, and a 5. Now, I don't want to roll any more 3s, because if I roll any more 3s, I will have to mark off the 4, and it will leave me with an X, which I automatically buzz this person's hair. So I don't want to. I don't want to do that, but it just might happen. So I'm starting off with this person. Okay. All right, here we go. 1, 2, and a 3. Ugh. Dang it, already? Already. 1, 2, and a 3. So, wah. Sorry, sir. I took off too much off the top. And so I get 0. So now I gotta move on. Oh, man. That is too crazy. If you still have valid placement, like if you chose this person and you still have valid moves and you want to keep going on that person, you totally can. You just must decide whether you want to keep going or not before I roll the dice for the next roll. Okay? So here we go. 3, 4, and 5 again. Good gravy. I'm going to jump down to this person because I apparently just keep rolling middle numbers. So I'm going to do 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so customer C is out. They have left the barbershop angry, frustrated, confused, all the things that we're probably still feeling being in a pandemic. So there we go. 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Next, we've got 2, 2, and 2. Yahtzee, everybody. 2, 2, and 2. 2, 2, and 2. Oh, dagnabbit. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It is another buzz. It is another buzz cut. Holy smokes. This is bad. This is bad. Oh my goodness. This is bad. Wow. More like buzz cut. Thank you, Slivers. I will count that. I will count that. Thank you very much. There's been a lot more than 70 puns. I'm going to add like at least 200 to that. And also, Slivers, hi. Love you. Okay, now I'm going to move on. Yeah, right? You're going to have to see my license. 1, 3, and 5. Okay. 1, 3, and 5. I'm going to go here. This person. 1, 3, and 5. Slivers is lurking. Slivers is lurking. Yeah, my beauty license apparently has expired. So I will not be working very long in this industry. I will stick to board games and content creation. All right, here we go. 1, 2, and 5. Okay. 1, 2, and 5. I think I could still keep going. There's still plenty to be had here. There's still plenty to be had. I have hope for this person. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Two, 2, and 4. Okay. 2, 2, and a 4. Okay. I can't roll any more twos. I can't roll any more twos. That's it. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I got this for participating in Extra Life for TLN. And yeah, I reached a benchmark that I got this dice tray. So it's really cool. It's got some nice fabric inside. It's kind of like a velvety kind of texture, and then on the outside it's leather. And it's portable because it's got the snaps on the side here. But yeah, I really like it. So yeah. And speaking of TLN, friends, on Friday, this Friday, instead of here on my channel, I'm going to be over on the Tabletop Live Network Twitch channel promoting the upcoming marathon that we have this weekend. I'm going to be playing one of my favorite filler games. It is Animal Upon Animal Memory Stacking. Yeah, it's different. You all are familiar with the Animal Upon Animal games. Stacking the cute animals, trying to get rid of all your pieces first. This one has an extra twist. It is no longer available through the Habbo website. It's an older game, but you might be able to get it through your local game stores. It is hilariously fun. So I'm going to highlight that on the Tabletop Live Network on Friday morning. It's either 10 or 11 a.m. Pacific time. Right there on the Twitch TV Tabletop Live Network channel. But stay tuned on socials. Just follow me on social media at Jess_CCG, and you'll figure out when I will be playing it. So the exact time. I'm pretty sure it's 11 a.m., but I'll have to double check. So there we go. So that's what I'm going to be playing. Because this month's marathon is going to be about filler games. So a lot of people are going to be playing their favorite filler games that you can play under an hour. So it's going to be really a lot of fun. Streaming on Saturday and Sunday. Pre-show is also going to be happening on the Twitch, TLN Twitch channel. So it's going to be a lot of fun to check us out and see the total hilarity and fun and awesomeness that is TLN. So there we go. Okay. I'm continuing on with this person, and there we go. I needed some sixes, so we got a couple of sixes here. I'm going to choose to stop. So I've got a 3, a 5, another 3, a 1, a 3, and a 3. So we got 4 threes is 12, plus 5 is 17, plus 1 is 18. So I got 18 here. Woohoo! Awesome. This person, okay, so this person's hair has been cut. This person's hair has been cut. So now I've got the floof, and I've got this other person over here. So let's see what we get. Okay, here we go. 1, 3, and 4. Let's go here. 1, 3, and 4. Okay. Ooh, scary, 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 scary. What is happening? We shall see. It's kind of scary. Because I really don't want to cut off those people's hairs either. Don't want to give them buzz cuts. Don't want to do buzz cuts. Yes, Tan, there should be a schedule. I want to say it is already there. I am positive the schedule. Yeah, tln.com. There we go. The schedule is there on the TLN website. And this is February 2023, so it's actually, it's Sunday the 25th, Saturday the 25th, Sunday the 26th. Yeah, that's just a typo. It is February 2023, Tan. So those are correct. That got you confused. Got it. Dutch, if you're still here in the chat, yes, I do see it says Sunday 129, Saturday 128. So it's actually Saturday 225, and Sunday 226. So I am going to be on the pre-show at 9:30 in the morning on Saturday, Pacific time. And then I will be on Saturday, yes, Tan, at the 6 p.m. time. Yes. But for TLN on Saturday, I'm going to be playing Oink games. But on Friday, I'm just doing a fun filler game Friday just to give promotion for the weekend marathon. So apologies for that confusion. So yes, the schedule of time is correct. The dates are just off there. So Dutch, if you're in the chat, we need to update. So it says Saturday 225 and Sunday 226 there. Thank you, Tan. TLN with a new schedule is sadly maximum only 2 streams of total for me. Yeah, I understand. We're trying some other things too of starting at different times as well. Trying to be as accommodating as possible, but it's hard. Okay, 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6. Oh, good gravy. Eva, Tan is in Germany. So his time is in the CET time zone. So when he said 3 a.m. CET, that's 3 o'clock in the morning for him. So yeah, some of the times are a little bit hard for him to watch. And that's fine. Yeah, we're trying, Tan. We're trying. Okay, let's see if I can do one more. Here. 1, 3, and 6. Oh, dang it. 1, 3, and 6. Dang it. So the doggo, man, I am 3 for 4 here on buzzing people's hairs. Yeah. Sorry indeed, Tan. But maybe you can catch me tomorrow. Tomorrow on the TLN when I play the memory stacking. All right, final person's haircut. 1, 2, and 5. Or, no. 1, 2, and 6. Sorry. My Oogie Boogie dice can be a little deceiving to look at. Yeah. It's a hard push and pull. It's a very hard push and pull. All right, here we go. We've got 2, 5, and 6. 2, 5, and 6. All right, so far so good. Looking okie doke here. 2, 5, and 6. All right. See what we got. 2, 4, and 6. 2, 4, and 6. Okay. Do I stop or do I go one more? I mean, by this time, I might as well just go, right? I might as well. I've already butchered 3 people's hair. Why not? The odds are already stacked up against me. Just gonna do it. Here we go. Hopefully there's no 4s. 3, 4, and 6. Of course. 3, 4, and 6. So unfortunately, this person's got a buzz. Boo earns. Yeah, we do. We do need to. So here I am with my sunglasses on. Because this is how I roll now. Giving myself a consolation prize of 10 points. So I got a big whopping 28 points. Yes, we do need more EU streamers. Yes. If anyone knows of any board gaming content creators on Twitch that are in Europe, please let me know. Please feel free to send me a DM with their links. I would love to check them out. We do have wonderful people like Dave and Ilka, Losapalooza, Mr. Peebles is fantastic. Dutch Yoda is fantastic. We've got people over in Australia and New Zealand as well. But yes, we could always gather more folks. All right, so it looks like hopefully it didn't freeze for you, Tan. You might need to just refresh. Refresh. Yes, Mr. Peebles has been under the weather. That is very true. That is very true. So congratulations to Wim the Webmaster. You are our new VIP for the month of March. Congratulations, Wim. I know you might be here, you might not be here, but next time you pop on here onto the chat, you will have VIP status, my friend. Which is awesome. So thanks everybody for hanging out with me today. I'm going to check and see who is currently live. A&M Game School are doing some board games on Board Game Arena. That's very cool. They're lovely folks. Definitely recommend checking them out. Remember those lockdown play-alongs? What? Okay. Looks like Dave and Ilka are going to be doing some play-alongs today. So you know what? I'm going to send you all over to the wonderful Losapalooza today because they are fantastic. I appreciate them so much. Thank you, Eva. I hope you have a wonderful day as well, my dear. And stick around for the raid, friends. If you are a subscriber to the channel, you can use your wonderful CCG raid emotes. Otherwise, I will have them do this for the wonderful raid emotes. Yes, Eva, they just went live. And I will be back on Friday on the Tabletop Live Network Twitch channel to do some memory stacking. So until then, friends, stay safe, enjoy your board games, be kind to one another, and I'll catch y'all on the next stream. Bye, everybody.